By the time Joe Gottdenker was born in Sandomierz, Poland in 1942, his father had already been deported to a labor camp, and his mother, Bina Gottdenker from the Zuckerbrot family, had found refuge with Wladyslaw and Petronela Ziolo. The Ziolos were Polish Christian friends who were owners of a small farm on the outskirts of town, who, despite the real threat to their lives, took in the mother and baby into their home. Wladyslaw Ziolo, a police officer, first met the Gottdenkers when Bina was pregnant with Joe. After Ben Gottdenker's deportation, Wladyslaw was moved to do what he thought was right, taking in Bina and Joe into his home. The danger of doing so grew by the day. The Nazi Gestapo was sending tens of thousands of Jews daily to Belzec and Treblinka concentration camps, and were searching homes of anyone suspected of giving aid to Jews. At the end of 1942, Poland was the only country where aiding Jews was punishable by death. Indeed, Petronela Ziolo later related how her nephew's neighbor, wife, and children were murdered in their yard for providing shelter to Jews.
I remember my father telling me when Grandma and Grandpa brought Joe home, or when Joe started living with him.
However, soon after their arrival at the farm, Joe's mother recognized a local woman she had studied with in university.
And so she did the next brave thing, which is not to jeopardize everyone there. She left. And left her child.
For the next 3 years, Petronela and Wladyslaw Ziolo raised young Joe with much love and devotion, treating him as their own son, including providing him with a good Christian education. At the end of the war, after being liberated by the Red Army, mother and son were reunited.
At one point, I was left by my birth mother, and then at another point, my birth mother tears me away from who I thought was my mother.
Bina had to negotiate the difficult task of raising her son following his separation from Petronela, the woman whom Joe had come to know and love as his actual mother. After the occupation of Mielec, Poland, Joe's uncle, David Zuckerbrot, who was in a labor camp and concentration camp during the war, located his sister and nephew in Poland and brought them back to Germany.
It was him who took the initiative to go back into Poland, get my mother and I, and then get back into the U.S. sector of occupied Germany.
There, the family was reunited with Ben Gottdenker, who also managed to survive the war, which had wiped out close to 90% of Polish Jewry by war's end. The family stayed in Germany for the next 3 years, immigrating to the United States in 1948 and eventually settling in Canada. An unbreakable bond was forged between the Ziolo and the Gottdenker families that has lasted to this day.
I'm extremely proud and speechless to their act. I mean, there is no words that can express the act that they did. I suppose when you mother and father of a child, you feel the situation for the other parents too.
Beata Świerc, granddaughter of righteous among the nations Wladyslaw and Petronela Ziolo, said, "People like my grandparents did not look to prosper from their actions, did not look for rewards or recognition or glory. It was part of their moral fiber, their inherent conscience. something passed on to them by their parents that they in turn passed on to us. I know that the heroism of Wladyslaw and Petronela Ziolo has made them heroes in my eyes and in the eyes of everyone here today.